Ladies and gentlemen, about 2 weeks ago, Trump pretty much kicked off a trade war with China, and not to mention what Rex Tillerson did in Africa, bad mouthing China to different countries that he was touring. Now, China is aiming to kill the US dollar. I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and I'm going to let you look at the comment section after we're done.
The dollar is facing a new threat. China has just launched yuan-backed oil futures, which will challenge the globally used petrodollar. China is the world's largest oil importer. Until now, it's been paying for its oil in dollars. The newly launched Shanghai Oil Exchange will allow China and other countries to bypass the standard petrodollar. It comes the very same week as Donald Trump unveils billions of dollars of tariffs against China. Oil economist Mamdouh Salameh says the broader implications of the new petro-yuan could be a game changer over the long term.
It will change it a lot because by definition, the petro-yuan is challenging the dominance of the petrodollar. And in doing that, it will impact adversely on the petrodollar and, of course, by definition, on the American economy itself. Currently, the petrodollar is the only currency used to price and sell oil. China knows that, and it wants to gain the same benefit first by establishing the yuan as an international currency. Of course, it will not unseat the petrodollar suddenly. It will take time, but it certainly poses a real challenge to the petrodollar for the first time since 1973 when the petrodollar was launched.
Okay. Now, I told you when you go to foreign sites how they really, truly hate the US. That's why I always chuckle when they come in my comment section and say, nobody likes black people, nobody likes you. And I was like, well, you're totally ignorant to the fact that people don't like you. So let's look at some of these comments. All right. So here's the first one, and this is Russia Today. That's the news that we just listened to. The U.S. empire is coming to a close. BRICS and AIIB and SCO and others are now taking charge. And this person is LVPN1. Okay, here's the next one by Jane Smith. This is why Philippines said the U.S. wanted them to fight China and they refused. U.S. government will play the hero by defending South China Sea or help Taiwan to break from China. Seriously, we need to stay away from other people's problems. And that person, Jane Smith, and this person, Ricer Hunter, Petro Money, that is backed by something real, not like the petrodollar backed by an illusion. That is so true. Oh, man, that is true. Revolutionary Force, say goodbye to Benjamins. Everybody will be counting Chairman Mao from now on for the better. And and that's sad. When you go into these comment sections, there's a lot of people rooting for China to topple the U.S. You see very few people standing up for the U.S. now. Rock on China. And that's K1CKY Scotland. A gold-backed petro-yuan. Thank you, China, for helping us free ourselves from the Western Hegemony. Wow. They want to break free from the U.S. The world want to break free from the U.S. Okay. This one is Anna Serena. The U.S.-China trade war. Okay, I think she's just trying to get you to a website. I'm going to skip over that. This one's written in Chinese. Bye-bye, American Empire. Your times of pillaging the world has come to an end. I don't know what that is because, the name is in Chinese, so. All right. And they just talked about the guy. That guy was painful to watch. Yeah, he had kind of an annoying voice. This one is Shepa Derpa. Nobody would have a problem with the petrodollar. The whole world would go along with it if the U.S. would keep itself in check. But they are out of control, spending trillions on useless wars and their global empire while creating hold on. Exorbitant debt, which only backed by, you guessed it, the petrodollar. The U.S. had it all and they lost it all. It's their own fault, nobody else. Okay, let me go down here. Mr. Fallout fan, this is what you get when you focus on Russia instead of the real enemy. So he's talking about they should have been focusing on China. Let us said beginning of the end. Asthma, excellent step. It's time to stop dominance of dollar and considering it is the currency of businesses. Jiao Jiao. One of the petro-yuan linear of trade was already launched, and it traded 10 billion on the first day. Now, I don't know what this name is, but it looks like it's in Russia. Long live the People's Republic of China. Desmond Lyle says, go China. We done, but don't trust U.S. They will try do something to stop you. You know what? China got a large enough economy and money now. Really, they can't. Not unless they just go into a war with China. But when you're talking about money, China really has the power in the world when it comes down to money. They really do. The U.S. owes their debt to China. So, and China owns the debt in the U.S. So, it's really on a financial stage, the U.S. really don't have much to fight with. You gave China all of your jobs and your businesses, so they have a powerful economy now. Danny added, U.S. will probably react to the threat sooner or later. World War III, U.S. government will be wiped out. The end of the devil's nest of America. Woo, boy, these people really hate the U.S. I told you, this is the norm. This is the norm. Before, I would even say, even back in 2012, I would see a lot of people still defending the U.S. But now, it's a lot of people on this globe that no longer see the U.S. in the same light. Okay. KZEF 2003. U.S. competition incoming war. If you can't compete with them fairly, defeat them militarily. especially when they can't fight back, like Iraq, Somalia, Yemen, Afghanistan, Sudan, and Libya. But as Trump calls it, this is China, and they have the military and manpower to fight back, though. Andy Hello 23 says, shows how serious China are to announce this. Luckily for China, they have nuclear weapons. LOL. Which he's right, because you notice they won't mess with anybody with nukes. Now, them little countries like Iraq and, they don't care about them. In Afghanistan, they don't have nothing. So, yeah, they'll go in there and drop bombs on them and rough those people up because they don't have nothing to fight with. But although they haven't won those wars, by the way. Putting more pressures on USA economy, LOL. Will be interesting to see what effect this has on America. The BRICS started really get going after the problems in economy back in 2008 in West. For the comments below, China needs Russia just as much as Russia needs China in this. Oh, they're going to be on the same side if it comes down to war. China and Russia will be on the same side. European friend, this will be the first time someone attack the petrodollar. Yeah. Especially at the scale that China intends on doing it. David Jensen said, about time. Christian Lopez said, Trump is not liking this. Sagan Ola Bode said, better days is here. We are tired of the blood money called USD. India soon will launch the petro curry soon. Okay, this forward cod said, sink the Zio Yankee pigs. Robert Fernandez said, death to the dollar. I told you, that's why I like reading the comment sections, just to see how people feel about America. And I'm telling you, it has changed dramatically over the years. All right, I'm just going to read these next two, and that's it. Kudos to China. This is the beginning of the end of Western arrogance and manipulative imperialism. And that's Shawnee I. And Dippo Jones says, finally good news. The whole world should boycott the satanic dollar that does nothing but enslave the world. Now that's one to end on right there. But please tell me what you think on what China is planning on doing since Trump started the trade war about 2 weeks ago. Please tell me what you think. Leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice and join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.